proud American for every single reason that stands behind the word American. Vote no. That's my message.
This initiative is a piece of trash. Number one, you're not going after the criminals. Number two, you're only hurting the law-abiding citizen.
I'm gonna vote no. I don't want it. They're taking away our rights.
I believe this is the right thing.
It's time for us, the American people, to say stop. I-594 is just another attempt to erode the Second Amendment. It doesn't take 18 pages of an initiative to say you need to have a background check to buy a weapon.
Background checks don't have anything to do with it. I think 594 is just a start.
594 is really universal gun registration. There's no question in my mind that the goal is collecting a database of gun owners.
So we're heading into just a fireball. Where does it end? Confiscation of my guns. That's where they're going.
The American people will stand up, because the day that you try to come and take those rights away from me is the day that I will fight you.
I-594 is going after the wrong people.
Nothing Bloomberg has done anywhere in the country has stopped crime.
The criminals do not abide by the background checks. The criminals are the ones stealing the guns and then selling those guns, and I guarantee you that with I-594, that doesn't change.
That's focusing on honest, hardworking citizens, making them criminals when they're not criminals.
It's easier to beat up John Q. Citizen than it is to go after the criminals. The founding fathers have got to be rolling over in their graves over this.
I don't believe that 594 will reduce violent crime by even 0.5%. The day of the Columbine attack, I was having lunch with a student. I was working for an organization called Young Life. And remember, those weapons were obtained illegally. And having gone through a tragedy like that, if you want to stop school violence, 594 is not the way to do it. It will embolden, it won't hurt the criminal.
Those who say they're American are taking our rights away.
The commercials that are being funded by Bloomberg and the rich elite are downright lies. People come up and say, there's no way.
Our background check law has stopped over 40,000 people in Washington state. Felons, domestic abusers, you name it, from getting guns.
If this is happening, why haven't we prosecuted them?
If in fact we've stopped 40,000 people in the state of Washington, I'd like to know where they're all doing time, because they're not. So what good is it? It is a complete fallacy.
Criminals who fail a background check can simply go online or to a gun show and buy a gun from a stranger. No questions asked.
I sell on GunBroker, I buy on GunBroker, and that is an absolute blatant lie, because you can't buy a gun on GunBroker and ship it across state lines without it touching a dealer. And therefore, the background checks are already being done. So they're lying through their teeth.
Close the background check loophole.
The gun show loophole is just a bogus claim. We're the largest promoter in the state. In order to buy or sell, you have to be a member. And in order to be a member, you have to prove that you've gone through a background check, or we put you through a state background check when you join. And Bloomberg is lying.
I think it's a load of crap. It's a blatant violation of the Second, as far as I'm concerned.
One woman came up to me and she said, you know, I was thinking about voting yes on this until I saw their commercial. And then I thought, how stupid do they think we are?
I can tell you that the truth doesn't matter. Our state Supreme Court made that very clear 10 years ago. Lying's protected speech.
The whole point is it is going to make law-abiding citizens criminals, and it's not going to change criminal behavior.
What it's going to mean is if I come with my buddy who I'm coming with tomorrow and I want to let him use my Glock 19, I can't hand it to him and let him use it without filling out the paperwork and paying a fee to the state of Washington.
Now, he can't just give that gun back to you. He has to take it to the dealer.
Same process?
The same process. Charge the fee. Go through the background check. Hold it for 30 days.
But I was original owner.
Eventually, you'll get your gun back.
You can't lend a gun to a friend to go hunting. You can't even go shoot like trap shoot and let your buddy shoot your gun if they pass this law.
Handing the gun from one person to the next person is a transfer, and that means it'll make them criminals.
The first time, it's a gross misdemeanor. Second time, it's a felony. That makes no sense.
Under 594, it would become illegal for my dad to pass our family guns that have been in the family for 50, 60, 70 years down to me. That's what 594 is doing. It's a criminal activity.
Which means you lose your guns, you lose all your rights, you lose everything. And they'll do it if they can. I really believe that.
The Washington Council of Police and Sheriffs opposes Initiative 594.
It's an unenforceable law. Walk-ops opposing 594 just shows that law enforcement understands that a well-armed populace is one of the strongest crime deterrents that we have.
I don't believe it's going to make us safer. I would be focusing on crimes against person and property crime versus citizens that make a transaction with a friend that they've known 30 years, and now they've committed these crimes. It's a bad law.
We know that we can't be everywhere for the citizens we protect, and we would never take the right that they have to own a weapon to protect themselves and their family from a criminal.
Protect your family, protect your home, protect your rights.
Of course, Bloomberg would not be there to protect my family.
Bloomberg doesn't care about our safety. Bloomberg is not here for the state of Washington. Bloomberg is here for Bloomberg. If we don't fight back hard, we will see 594 roll across the country.
Absolutely. It's coming to your state.
We actually have a really solid grassroots effort, and we're finding that it actually spans the full political spectrum.
This is not just a Republican, by the way. I mean, there are some Democrats that also are not supportive of 594.
It sends a message to Bloomberg and everybody else that money just can't buy your vote and our freedoms.
I have renewed faith that we are going to be able to beat this thing, that we have the strength, we have the numbers. They may have all the money, but we have the people here on the ground. They are calling me. They're saying, what can I do to stop this? They grab the board, they sign it.
My tweets, putting signs out, the whole works. I would say probably 16 hours a day.
I'm going to spread the word and tell people to vote no on 594. And I hope you do too.
I didn't fight and wear a uniform for more than half my life, so we can give up. Your voice, it's huge.
Only reason your vote is not going to count is if you don't vote. Every single vote counts.
You're worried about your children? Vote. If you're worried about their future, vote. If you want America to be strong, preserve your rights. Vote. I still believe in America. 100%.
Vote no on Initiative 594.